WIIFTBPM.
WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me.
Reach the ruler. This is Week Ho Wednesday, and to my right is Everybody's Women Crush Wednesday. My co-host, the one and only Toy. It goes, love this show, y'all. I'm dealing with a guy. We have been dating for 9 months. In light of everything going on in the world, he has been voicing his opinion about situations, and I don't agree with any of his views. I love everything else except his opinions.
Damn.
How do I fix this? FYI, he's white.
It's about to be a white boy summer.
So could that be the issue?
For sure. Just come out different when it's not coming from your own race. It's just never been something I'd be like, oh, I date Bill.
I'm just a Bill. Yes, I'm only a Bill.
I don't really like light-skinned guys. I don't like pink meat.
Pink, so like it's like you see it.
Pink tip, it be pink.
And then pink on the
Yeah, I
tip.
don't like.
So have a light skinned guy have a dark tooth.
And then it look dark,
And you
so it's
be-
not as off to me.
okay, so
I feel
now
like
you-
it's supposed to be pink because they light skinned. You know what I'm saying?
but
But I don't
because
want
it's
it to
not-
be dark because then I'm gonna
not.
say you dirt.
I want to know that I'm the flyest, I'm the hottest in the clip. My bitch done turn crazy, but she tights off the whip. She don't get what she wants, she adore feet. I don't even need your love if it's counterfeit. I told her she can be anything but my bitch. She can be anything but my bitch. If she leaves, she can go. I don't know her, but she still Harley Quinn. I'm the Joker, and I bought a diamond chain. It's a choker. Every time we fuck, she let me choke her. Get into your bag, you ain't even mad. Baby, tell me what's your name, I forgot to ask. Come get back inside my car like you forgot your mask. If I ever did you dirty, don't mind kissing ass. Say the first time that she cheat, plan to let her go. Let me be the first to tell you, nigga, let her go. Cause I know she did you dirty, but I'm up to go. Cause I was running through that pussy with my thunderbolt. Do some tricks on my dick, I let your mama know. Pussy so damn good, I bet Obama know. Do a lot of drugs, cause I take things better. Do a lot of drugs, cause I fake things better. Do a lot of drugs, cause they make things better. Do a lot of drugs, cause I do a lot of drugs. I wanna know that I'm the flyest, I'm the hottest in the clip. My bitch done turn crazy, but she tights off the whip. She don't get what she wants, she adore feet. I don't even need your love if it's counterfeit. I told her she can be anything but my bitch. She can be anything but my bitch. If she leaves, she can go. I don't know her, but she still Harley Quinn. I'm the Joker.
It's Mr. Lingo himself. Hey. Dibs. Cobbs on that, my nigga. Come on, let me get a piece of that slice, boy. Shut that shit, boy. True. I ain't no rapper, though. Look. With great precision, like circumcision, they cut you off quick. It's hard to miss this division in my city, it's too thick. Is that your chick? Pretty face, slim waist, bite out. Bet I can merch it, Chan Dicey with the Lexi out south. Put dibs on it cause I know I got cars. But if you stingy with this dough, it's guaranteed you get robbed. Use others, probably kick a 2 or 3 flat, that's barely distant. Shot lingo is sorta different, like none other, we just gifted. Dibs, money is the root of all evil. Knievel here to deceive you, let's take a ride. We could dip to the lake for an escape down LSD, that's my favorite to beat. But if you wanna say some gas, we can hop on the L. It's full of colors, anywhere you wanna go, I won't tell. Secret safe with me, drill to my heart and throw the key in 6 corners if you wanna. Any gangway or do, it's just the taste that keep me going. Need my sandwich intact. Throw a pickle and some lays on the side. Let's get it, Joe. Let's hit the show. It's finally summertime shot. The Hawks different. Need some gym shoes to go with this fit. They just don't get it. Boy, they just don't get it. The lingo's different. I'm so CHICA. Go, we so live. My pops not being around was a blessing in disguise. The gardens look so well, man. It taught me how to rock. I was feeling like a junkie, but I never had the cop. Just to make it to the top, they say that's when the pain stops. I used to be afraid to walk through humbled. I was terrified. Now I stroll through it freely, mainly cause it's gentrified. Shit, yeah, mainly cause it's gentrified. If you was black, you was folks to some folks. Mainly kings, SDs, 2 6s, man, it wasn't no joke. Ain't no gold about the coast. They snatched Cabrini for the green. The priest said it best, facts, money ain't a thing. Out of sight, out of mind, is how the game really goes. As the world turns, who's got in my light, you never know. Today is relevant, tomorrow you could be exposed. Listen to my story as the page turn, let it burn. You gon' learn today as I usher you down the hallway. Pick a room, enter at your own risk. Daily I get frisked, cause my melanin is bliss. Full of kingdom attributes, they be hating on that. But listen, pay attention, don't be blinded by the blind folk. Can't keep a bird in a box, just let my people go. Privilege is bigger than Hennessy, you see. The darker the tone, the clearer the message. What more I gotta prove to attest it? It's loyalty over money in case they forgot. Just cause Lori light on the foot don't mean the crime gon' stop. Cause we got families to feed and need. The poverty is at an all-time high. Do anything to get by. We rob, cheat, and steal. Then they hit you with the stale face. United up in these states. How? Give me a break when we get cast off of following dreams. I seen it all. Never claimed to be perfect. Every day I had to fall. Humble by defeat, but never let it define me. Statistically speaking, who really looking to find me? Diz, Mr. Lingo himself. Alter ego. I ain't no rapper though. Not one. Two bags eating chicken. What you wanna do? Missing? Give me that chicken. Give me that chicken. What's good, beautiful people? Welcome to the podcast, Two Vegetarians Eating Chicken. It's your boy, Mr. Lingo himself.
It's the man who always got something to say. Your boy, Fly Spotty KJ.
In the building, we broadcasting live from WWIFTBP.
Boom. What's
in it for the Black People Media? 2VAC anniversary. It's 11/11 in this bitch. It's 11/11.
Wow, preparing it.
That's my favorite.
No, we it's we got some special guests in the building, some returning guests. I'm gonna
some
let
of
them,
the originals though, like the original.
Yeah,
guests.
like the
like I think
Lexi was the first one,
and then I think you were the second.
Yeah, we went back to back. Look, it's kind of special in here right now.
Super
you know what I'm
special
saying?
right
I'm already getting a little hot. Boy, let me come out there. I was trying to be like Flash for the KJ today. You feel me?
Everybody
getting
can't
a
do
little
it.
hot. You know what I'm saying? But ladies, introduce yourself one time for the people before we get into the show. You know what I'm saying?
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Let's do it. I want to have fun all day. I want to have fun for 2 hours straight.
I am Lex, your best friend from out west. Lex. Yes, Lex 11.
Where can they follow you at?
Okay.
She just said it.
Yeah, I don't think it's on there. Okay, my fault. I want to pay
Go ahead, man.
Pass the torch.
Oh, you gonna
To the left, to the left.
Hey. Okay.
Fuck that
Hi,
song.
I am Mary Q Angel. Is in the building. Happy
Birthday. Yeah, birthday.
That's fair.
There
You know,
go.
2VAC birthday.
We'll take
You know what I'm saying?
We'll take it.
Valentine.
I'm playing that shit tonight.
Happy anniversary. Happy
yes,
anniversary.
yes.
Happy anniversary. Fellas.
Fair.
Black dopeness, black excellence is amazing. The fact that we have been, consistently doing this for a year straight, you know what I'm saying, it just really says a lot, you know what I'm saying, even through all the crazy shit that's going on in the world, and just still even, staying committed to a certain capacity, just doing what we love, just being creatives. My brother KJ, we go way back, you feel me? So it's very surreal, and I love it, and I'm excited. Today is about to be a movie, everybody in the comments, we appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying?
If you're new to the channel, make sure you go follow us in it for the Black People Media's Facebook page. Make sure you follow Two Vegetarians Eating Chicken Facebook page.
Share the page.
Make sure you follow the IG.
Look,
Face ass. Make sure you follow the IG. 2VEC podcast, number 2 VEC podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Twitter.
Yeah.
TikTok.
Yeah, we got all that.
Y'all got all of that.
You know,
You got all the chips in the
we
bag.
don't even really be,
chump
on it like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
We got a dope show though. We got a dope show. We got a dope show for y'all today. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna kick it off with some. I guess you can call it a game. It's not really a game.
A game,
but we just wanna keep it spicy right now.
And light. You get heavy.
Nah, it is gonna be a little light. So welcome back.
Better not be no trivia.
No, it's not trivia. Welcome back.
Friend.
Welcome back, ladies. We appreciate y'all coming back. We appreciate y'all, support and just rocking with 2VEC. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Whenever y'all can, it's mad appreciated. You know what I'm saying? And everybody who been rocking with us, since we've been on, with the we appreciate y'all too. You feel me? So, yeah. Anyway, so let's do some icebreakers. Let's do some. Let's do some icebreakers. So I really like. I've been doing would you rather's a lot with some of my youth, and so I came up with some interesting would you rather's that all of us can answer. But we gonna go in a circle. So we gonna start with ladies first. So we gonna start with Mary Q, and then come back this way. So I have about 4 or 5. So we gonna do all of them. You know what I'm saying? So would you rather be the richest person in the world or be immortal? Would you rather be the richest person in the world or be immortal?
Is that not the same thing?
I mean, you could be rich as hell and die.
Is that not the same?
You could be rich as hell and die.
Thing.
You could be rich as hell and die.
Do the questions change per person, or we all answer?
We all answer the same one. We answer the same one. Would you rather be? Would you rather be the richest person in the world or be immortal? I would rather be immortal, so I don't know why you gotta think about it. Because if I can't die, I'm going.
Rich.
I could go rob some shit. I can't die, so you feel me? I'm gonna go rob something.
But why would
rich.
But you would want to stay on this ratchet earth this whole time.
The whole time,
the
see
whole
all the shit.
time?
But you know what? If you're immortal, you can always get rich.
Exactly.
Stay rich.
So
my thing is,
rich,
once all my original loved ones are gone, I think I would have a harder time of actually being
but
here.
You create new loved ones.
That's true.
Vampire.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, but the originals, right? It's always that one, right?
So you saying you would rather just be rich?
I would rather just be rich and just die out.
See,
okay.
KJ.
You said immortal.
You ain't answer it though.
Get money. I did say it.
Oh, okay. You answered it.
I know why I would rather be immortal.
Why?
Because, if you live in an existence that you're kind of immortal anyways, right? Like if you die and then your spirit lives on, you never really die, right?
Some way.
So it's like you're always around anyways.
You'll always be alive if you're on Wikipedia.
That's true. So just keep me alive, call me Wikipedia, and give me the money.
Okay. Next one. This one's just for the ladies. Okay.
That's not fair. That's
okay. So let me go one more then with all of us, since Mary's on the show. Would you rather lose your ability to speak or ability to hear? That's a good one, actually. Would you rather lose your ability to speak or your ability to hear?
Say speak.
Speak?
Yeah. That's for me. That's easy because I believe I learn more by just listening, and I learn people's true nature by just listening.
Look, I'm gonna cash in on that. I
definitely want to hear everything you got to say because you don't think I can respond to you. And then there's several ways of speaking because I can write and I can do sign language and all that other weird shit.
That's true.
I'm with KJ.
That's a good answer. I actually agree with that. So, because I want to hear what's being said. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I ain't necessarily got to say some shit.
Because everybody can't speak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They can't speak all the sign languages and all the other stuff.
That's true.
And you might not be a quick enough reader, so you definitely gonna miss some shit. So
I'm with you. You can take my tongue away.
Okay, I fuck with that.
Wait, Lex.
I'd rather be rich.
What?
It doesn't matter.
She's still on the first. She's still on the first question. It's definitely no rules. This is the anniversary show. It's definitely no rules. It's definitely no rules. Okay, so look. All right, so this one's for y'all. You know, since we have this ain't got nothing to do with us. Would you rather never use a dildo again?
Oh yeah, definitely not for us.
Or never use a vibrator again?
Ain't it the same?
What if you
Nah,
don't
it's
use?
different.
What if you don't use them
either?
Then I guess this question is irrelevant.
Is it the same?
No, but just answer though. Would you rather? I think it's. I think well, because a vibrator can vibrate. Some dildos don't vibrate. I'm assuming. I'm assuming. I'm assuming. So okay.
I'm gonna have to go research what is the.
It's a difference
between. I think a dildo is like Play-Doh.
I'd rather
and
have
a vibrator is electric.
A plastic
eggplant.
Just a plastic diggling.
You and its eggplant. Let me tell you.
Okay, so which one? Okay.
Like non-GMO. I've been seeing pictures on Facebook about.
I saw they came out with some shit like that.
I saw that.
They don't have a non-GMO all natural dildo out right now.
If
they don't,
natural.
It's
okay, yeah, come out with that now. Right? Come out with that now, right?
Come out with
that. I saw that eggplant.
Hello,
and I was like,
we got comments on
right?
No comment.
Okay, cool.
But
okay.
look, though, no, I got a real question.
Yeah.
The eggplant is like big as hell, though. Like most eggplants are huge. Why would you even want that?
Wait, so the one that we're talking about, because I saw that same eggplant. There's the eggplant that's kind of thick and then it goes up. But this eggplant, was like schlong.
But it's not like a regular dude.
It's
not like a normal man.
No, what we're referring to
the eggplant
really was.
Oh, okay.
I should probably pull up this picture of the eggplant.
We know what an eggplant.
No.
Oh.
Are we talking about a special eggplant?
I guess it is a special eggplant.
Okay. Look kind of worthy. You know what I'm saying?
So this is a dildo eggplant?
No, it was an
we just talk about eggplant.
So it's a real fruit. It's a real eggplant.
It was of the earth. Aren't men of the earth?
Okay. That's fair.
So who needs a dildo and a vibrator when you have a dildo?
Well, that shit rotten though. But at some point, that shit.
Well,
I mean, people still. I mean, okay. So that I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you ain't in a relationship, I mean, that means you ain't getting digged down every day. So I mean, how do women?
When you're in a relationship, you don't get digged down.
I mean, that sometimes that's. I mean, that's true. I mean, I don't know what that relationship is like. If I could do it every day, I would definitely love that relationship.
Does that eventually go? Well, no. Yeah.
I think you can continue to spice up. Your sex life.
Yes.
Constantly with intentionality.
But every day though.
You can, bro.
I think it's just, every day.
I mean, women have the natural order of things. So obviously,
they cross the red river.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I guess intimacy in general can happen every day.
I'll say I'll agree with the intimacy part because that doesn't necessarily mean sex.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm really, that's what I'm really, you know what I mean? So
we all love a little intimate.
Last one, and then we gonna get a little real. So I know
real.
It has been real.
We talking about eggplants and intimacy
Fair.
Grocery store.
Fair. So last, would you rather? Would you rather do the cheating or be cheated on? That's a good one, actually. I'm doing the cheating. You ain't cheating on me.
That makes me want to throw up.
I'm doing the cheating. You ain't cheating on me.
You mean like on a test or?
Nah, I'm talking about in a relationship. That's funny though. She say on a test. No. So would you rather do the cheating or be cheated on?
This is so not nice.
I'm gonna say I would rather be cheating.
I know. Yeah.
I would rather be cheating.
KJ, speak on it, son. Speak on it.
I mean, what's the? I don't know. It comes down to like I guess morality, right?
Okay.
Yeah, the morality. So like if I find out you cheated, like if I really didn't want to be there and I found out you cheated, it's easier for me to walk away.
That's true.
So the morality around it is like, yeah, I'd rather you fuck up so I can easily like just walk away.
So we can walk away? There's a walk away in the equation.
Y'all
person. We just said like, would you rather be cheated on or be cheating?
But there's so I'm thinking that this is a closed situation. Like you have to have either or. Yeah. But if there's a walk away, then
so y'all rather walk away then?
I would walk because what are we doing?
Walk away. If that
Walk
is
away,
a part of
like-
the option, definitely walk
Then
away.
yeah,
No, I think the original
I'll be
question
cheated
was,
on.
Oh, so
I'm
so
not
he
less
said
your
the
life.
original
so walk
the
away.
original question was, would you rather be
or
cheating
cheated
or
on?
would you rather be cheated on? That was the original question.
Because of my soul.
Yeah.
Go ahead and show who you are, fella. I'll get going. So let me be cheated on, because if I'm going to cheat her anyways, like, I don't want to be a cheater. A cheater says something else about me, right?
Does it?
So if it's, I would rather be cheated on, do what you do, I'm going to go and get gone. Like, that's not in me. Like, I don't want to be in a relationship just cheating. What am I with you for?
That's fair.
Like, you coward.
Speaking of cheating,
Why the fuck you look at me?
I'm sorry.
Don't do that shit.
I meant nothing by it. I meant nothing by it. Oh, I'm having so much fun. 2-back anniversary, 1 year anniversary, 11/11 in the building. Is cheating? Is it mental though? Is cheating mental?
Cheating is everything.
Is it mental?
Cheating is everything.
It's all of the chakras, everything.
It's everything.
You know what I heard the other day, though?
It's physical, it's spiritual, it's everything.
You know what I heard? You know what I heard?
What Joe? What he say on Baby Boy? I love you, but sometimes I need this.
We gonna rest on Baby Boy.
So look, you know what's funny though?
Lil Jody.
So I saw this the other day, and it was talking about women, and there was a lady who did a video, and she was basically saying that women are. She was asking, or basically she was telling that women are naturally polyamorous. Women, she was saying women are naturally polyamorous. She's breaking it down, basically saying that women they like variety. You know, she was saying it's in their natural DNA. So that's why I asked that question: is cheating mental?
What DNA or chromosome?
She was saying women. She was saying women are. I mean, it's some shit in the, you know, if you want to get spiritual, it's some shit in
I mean,
in the,
so
in the,
I
in
feel
the
like.
Bible
So
about
what's
it.
the
But
question?
But we already talked about this though.
we ain't talking about it with them though. So I wanted to hear they, you know,
What's the
I just wanted to
question?
hear. So the original question was is cheating mental, and then Mary said it's a bunch of things.
Yeah.
But I don't think so.
But then I wanted to know y'all thoughts on
But I
what this
don't
woman
think so.
said. Are women naturally polyamorous? She said y'all are. I mean, she was speaking for y'all. So, I mean, I want to hear y'all perspective on it, you know.
Yes.
Are women naturally?
We're naturally poly because most of y'all are non-committal. So
Oh,
Are
okay.
y'all,
So
though?
you agreeing then? Look.
Y'all, though.
So you agree?
Are y'all,
So you agree?
though? I think at the end of the day,
So you agreeing?
Are
Women are naturally.
I am not agreeing. I don't
Yeah,
agree
okay.
with that.
You
that
don't
was-
agree?
That was definitely
I don't agree.
I don't know.
a statement.
She said that shit. Very,
I feel like I'm not even gonna pick on women. I'm gonna just say the human race is naturally poly,
Really?
men and women,
Okay.
because sometimes one person just can't fulfill everything, and even if they do, sometimes you grow,
Okay.
and that person not able to catch up.
Okay.
Why they gotta be behind? If you're
If I'm
growing if you are,
but if we
truly
grow,
growing,
go ahead.
then shouldn't that growth permeate to person that's closest to you?
I mean, but sometimes we grow in a direction, and we don't always grow the same.
And you leave the person.
Look at
you're
a
next to
tree.
behind?
Look at a tree, right? If a tree is growing straight up, how many branches go separate? Think about that.
The
It's still a
branches
part
are
of the
not
same
separate.
root.
It's
I
a
mean,
part
the
of the
root,
same
but we're not
tree.
talking about the root. We're talking about you growing. So if you're growing straight up, how many parts of you spread out in different directions?
Right, but you're still from
But
the
you're in
same,
one tree.
You're one
Yes,
tree.
I mean, but you're okay. So if
I'm
you're
one
if
tree,
you're in
and I
one
got people
if you're
in my
one
realm
if you're
that's-
one couple and you're growing together, we can't say you're specifically going to continue going down this straight train track
you're
without a
together.
curve. I mean, without a you say what?
So
I said, but you are together, and about as far as like growing in different spaces, like that's how we are
That's
as human.
natural.
Like it's natural for
So-
to grow in different areas. But I started
We're not
in
the
one
same
place.
person.
You know what? I have a thing.
But at the end of the day, like I said, if we're growing, that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to
And that's
grow
okay.
in a similar direction.
And that's okay if we
Which
don't grow in a
means
similar
that-
so
direction.
pretty hippie plain Jane said this current society is poly with a sad face.
Why is it sad?
it's So it's almost like my question is what's producing the poly? What is producing the poly? Because a polyamorous situation.
I mean, if you're in a polyamorous situation, you can't be.
I'm gonna say this.
You got to be upfront.
I listened to someone the other day talk about their experience in poly and saying like you talk about insecurities and how it is to be a person, but it's nothing more secure or insecure to have to see your loved one love another person as much as they love you.
And you know what? This is what I'm going to say. You can be in a relationship where it's monogamous, and you can also be in a polyamorous relationship. And you would still, like, just because you're in a poly relationship doesn't mean, like, I can be in a poly relationship with 2-3 other people and still cheat on those 2-3 other people.
I agree.
You get what I'm saying? So it doesn't, a relationship is a relationship. And as far as like growing, if you're going to grow, I say all the time, you'll be in a relationship. I'm talking marriage. You can be in a marriage and you better realize that you're going to be married to like 20 people during that whole entire time. Okay. We are supposed to grow. We are supposed to mature, and that's going to look different at different times. And I may love the first person of you. I may not like your 7th. I may love your 8th, but the one thing is I'm at the root. I'm not going anywhere. So that's faithfulness, period, in general. And that's, if you want to talk about tree, we want to talk about root. If you want to get deep, that's what you're in.
At the end of the day,
are we actually polyamorous? We're poly-tri.
People are trying to present
we poly-tri.
a new norm so that we can somehow like settle into a new variety of what
really
love is.
It's not new.
What love isn't.
Is it, I mean,
it's been
I'm
around.
not saying new, but I'm just saying like people are trying to package something to remedy something.
Okay.
And it's not a remedy because you got a lot of people who are still very much not self-aware.
Mm-hmm.
They are not able to commit to themselves or anybody else. They're not able to hold themselves accountable.
Call it poly, call it mom.
The other issue is you got people who believe that you got people who are applying these social conditioning.
So I would say if we look at the true aspect
it's
of
supposed
it,
to be a
then I think
prince and a princess.
Mm-hmm.
You got a whole society of people who have been taught like I'm supposed to grow up and only have a husband.
But I'm
supposed
weird.
to grow up and only have a wife.
I would think naturally, if we were supposed to be poly, then we will have multiple holes. Like we will have like 7 holes.
I mean, y'all got enough. Y'all got enough though.
So you are armpit.
We have one hole.
Y'all got enough. Y'all got 3. Actually.
Well, we got okay, fine. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
The one that procreates, the one that still gives life. That's what we have. We have one of them. We ain't got 7 of them.
Why do you need more than one baby in your belly, though? More than one place
you
that
took
gives
my
life?
picture.
He definitely did. You planted it though. You planted the seed. What's up, Boosie?
But you know what? One penis can
Two
put
back
7 babies
anniversary,
in
Boosie.
you.
Thank you for coming.
But
so what you talking about?
But then you're stuck.
We built for
why that penis can continue to move on and impregnate.
That's
and
the way they're made.
several.
So you asked about women.
Yes. So look. Okay. So look.
So you're asking about women. Men, yeah, sure, you're designed to shake it off and keep moving. Women, you got to sit your ass down for a second. We got sit-down times. We got sit-down times when you cross the Red River. You got sit-down times when you're sitting there with that baby in your stomach. So we're not designed the same in the first place. So is a woman naturally poly? Yeah, I mean, you can desire several things.
Here we go. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Why you say so?
I ain't know. She was. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. You can't.
No, I was vibing with your answer. I was vibing with your answer.
She's about to just give us the.
She was.
And why are you like your multi-desires is coming out of what? Like Lex was saying, like where is the awareness? Where's the wholeness? Like you are going to constantly, if you could never be satisfied. You have to have a sense.
To us as human beings, or men or women.
Yes.
Okay.
Men, women, whoever you are. It's where is your core at? How solidified is that? How situated is that?
So you have to choose to be satisfied, is what you're saying.
One person is not going to remedy what you're missing, nor is several.
I don't think you can get everything you need from one person.
Nor is several. If you're not whole as a single person.
I mean, yeah, I ain't disagreeing. I ain't disagreeing.
Doesn't mean that you're more whole now because you got more of a squad. Like,
and there's different.
Speaking of,
sleep with everybody. There's different type of relationships. Like I said, if they say that it takes a child, it takes a village to raise a child. I say that it takes a village to keep a marriage.
I agree with that. I mean, you can't let everybody in the village.
I wouldn't
though.
say the whole.
You can't let everybody.
You
in the
can't
village.
talk to everybody. Like you can't be a married person talking to everybody because everybody don't respect marriage. Everybody don't even understand the whole entity of what marriage is. Marriage ain't
Queen
really
in the building. Queen in the building. She agreed with y'all. She said you have to make yourself happy. Elaborate on that though, Queen. Like what you mean?
Hey,
Elaborate on that.
What up, Queen?
So speaking of, and we can stay in this area of things. But speaking of Sean Kingston, do y'all remember Sean Kingston? Your way to build. You saw that shit? That was me. I tried a little bit. I don't really do it. You know what I'm saying? So Sean Kingston said he had a 10-woman rotation.
Yeah.
Okay.
I felt a certain way about it. Yeah. I think
he's designed for that.
Yeah, that's fine. The thing that threw me off though when he said he don't use
I wouldn't have been one of his.
He don't use rubbers. That's what threw me off. And I was like, okay. I don't think I would have ever aired that I have a 10-woman rotation. For me personally,
you wouldn't be proud.
I think that's way too much.
Those 10 women know that they are those 10 women, right?
I guess he was saying they're all in like different places. They're not all from the same place. So, speak your shit. Don't be quiet.
I think that
2-vac anniversary.
I feel like plenty of y'all be having
not 10 though.
10.
Not 10. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Or 11.
Max is 3.
Wow.
Okay. 12,
Max is
13.
3.
Okay. Full. Right.
Max is 3. Anything other than that is too much.
Do those women know about each other, or are you telling your homie like, "Yo, I'm smashing all 4 of these chicks, and they all bad"?
Where I'm at in my life now, y'all gonna know. Like, and from a standpoint of if I'm dating,
we're gonna know exactly who they are.
Let's say I meet a new person, right? Let's say I meet a new person. I mean, that's extreme, but let's say I meet a new person, and
I'm waiting on the day that happens.
Let's say I meet a new person and we hit it off, and she asks me, "Are you seeing anybody?" I'm going to tell her right away, "Yeah, I'm dating. I got 2 other girls that I'm talking to." Like, you know what I'm saying?
Just met this human,
right? You feel me? So, let's say we start to hit it off. Now, am I obligated to tell the other 2 girls I'm talking to that I just met another girl?
Yeah,
I think
okay.
so.
I'm just asking.
Yeah,
I'm just asking.
Why are you looking at me?
I mean, we here together, boy. I could. Damn. You know what I mean? So anyway, I thought that was a bit extreme.
Especially if you sleeping with everybody. Yes.
The 10-woman rotation.
I think
when
that comes into play, if you're not using protection, I think everybody should know.
He just kind of looks stupid.
I think
if you are using protection, if you sleep
until we figure out
in the mouth. I mean.
Yeah, like there's no need to be dishonest. If you sleeping with 4 different people, you sleeping with 4 different. You should be able to say I'm sleeping with these 4 people.
So do body count matter for y'all?
In terms of what?
Your own personal. So let me put context on it. Right, I was watching. I think it was Breakfast Club with Angela Yee or somebody, and they was talking about. If you do like more than three bodies in a month or something like that, long as you're using protection is fine. So there was a bunch of different viewpoints. One girl was like, you can do 3 in a month as long as you're using protection. Exes don't count. I wanted to know y'all opinion about that. Do exes count as a criteria? Yeah, I don't know. So basically, somebody did the math and was like, okay, if you do 1 man a month, that's 12 men a year. Fair, basically.
I saw something.
You saw that?
It was like 11 men a year or something like that.
Something like that. So either way, does body? So do you need to know your counterpart if you start dating a person? Do you need to know their body count? Is what I'm asking.
I think I would want to know if you're a community active. I mean,
now, would you tell the truth about your body count?
Yeah.
Okay. Some women don't though. Some women lie about their body count.
I think all women lie.
I do too. But
You said what?
I think all women lie.
Numbers don't though. But I mean,
while they say my body count ain't nobody business.
It ain't.
Because I mean, honestly, you're not going to be able to prove what's really going on. So to have that conversation could be constructive, but it really isn't productive.
Yeah. So
I agree.
I just don't think it matters I used to think it mattered from a standpoint of I just don't really want no super used up box. But I would never know truly.
You have to use up that box.
Wow.
It's true. I'm just saying, like, but you can sometimes, some box can be super, ran through.
I mean, it stretches, it pushes out things.
It's fair,
But you running through it.
Yeah.
My point is,
like, where's the
my point is, it doesn't matter to me anymore. I'm saying it doesn't. I'm saying it doesn't.
No more,
y'all attacking the vagina.
What? No,
y'all attacking the vagina.
Does a man actually?
I don't know, Queen.
care?
That's a large number.
Does a man actually care and have like? I often feel like women are told to think about their bodies. Does a man think about his body?
Yes,
I do.
And
I do.
how, like, what?
I don't share my energy with. I don't share my energy with everybody.
You can't share your energy with everybody because everybody's energy is not the same. It's not gonna match yours.
But if it's for a month, like that's
and
no
if it's just for the box, good Lord.
I mean,
right.
y'all don't talk about triangles. They don't talk about circles. They don't talk about. It's all boxes and.
Are we still
squares.
live? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. It was just interesting. It was interesting
Did you call it a triangle?
It was interesting to what. I don't know where the box thing came from. To be honest with you, I don't know where the box thing came from. To be honest with you, but
treasure box.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. I wanted to know, was it important to y'all? Because it's like you never.
I got a good question though. We gonna change the subject.
The heart is important.
We gonna get lighter, right? Because you do art. And you are into film, and you definitely...
I do art. Oh, well, no.
You don't draw.
Lex
time I
don't draw either.
Okay, that's right.
I kind of draw. I like make
people.
faces.
She paints.
Lex paints.
Okay.
I know.
So, specifically for you, 50 Cent, right, has been producing all these BMFs and all of the other things. He got the White Boy Rick coming out. Is this a beneficial thing for people of color, or are we glorifying a culture that we should be trying to remove from our history?
But you can't remove it. It happened.
But we don't have to glorify drug dealing in the community.
I wouldn't necessarily
I feel
say that he...
So I'll say this.
Okay.
The 50-50 part is it that he's empowering and he's hiring young black actors who have a lot of talent. Mm-hmm. But the story that's being told can be told in a different way. We don't... Because the way it's doing right now, it's like it's cool to be Big Meech, right? But at the end of the day...
But why was Big Meech Big Meech?
Out of struggle.
Okay.
This one, we can get into it too.
No, I mean, you already know. What's up? What's up? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying, no, I ain't. Okay, go ahead, though. Finish your point.
So, are we actually glorifying the struggles, or are we actually bringing an awareness to it? It's a difference in telling a story and telling you, hey, be careful of this, as opposed to me saying, like, this is the cool thing to do.
Mm-hmm. But it was a lot of...
That's what the street life gets messed up at. Like, it's not too many... Hey, yeah, this is cool to do this, but think about this. What happens because you have to sit down. You have to do this. It's all these other rules that come to it, and so that's what we get.
Now we can't downplay the other components that are involved in these stories that 50 Cent is recreating of people who are trying to get those certain people to not continue to do that. So let's use his parents in the show, right? Like obviously,
but they're not highlighted though. Who's highlighted? Lamar is highlighted.
I mean, they highlighted enough to where they getting on my nerves. Like,
I mean, so
you feel what I'm saying?
But like, you can easily be like, okay, well, that's like my nagging grandmother. Yes, but she's not a highlight of the film.
Okay, so then answer this: when you watch BMF, you feel like it's glorifying drug dealing?
50-50.
Okay, that's fair.
It is. I mean, half of it is definitely a glorification of it. The other half is just like, this is their story. I get it. We all have a story that comes out,
right?
But you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day,
how do you tell it differently?
It depends on who we're talking to.
I think it's what I consider conscious capitalism.
Okay.
It's like, I know my market.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know who's going to watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know
what they're watching.
Yeah.
And because I know this formula, I'm going to deliver what I know works.
So as an artist, I don't want to put the responsibility on
you in the building and in the comments.
Right?
There's what?
Nothing. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Continue.
Okay.
Continue.
Y'all got my ribs hurting.
As an artist, you have the choice and the decision on, as an artist, what it is that I want to put out into the world.
True.
Now there is a social, like there's a responsibility, but I want to take responsibility off of artists in a sense that we artists are also people. Artists are also learning. They're also growing. Agreed. You can be an artist. The artist that you are in 2006 is a different artist than 2021. And you can see where folks start to change in their life and different dynamics, like people are people. Mm-hmm. So as an artist, you have to know what you're willing to put out and what are the repercussions of that. Agreed. And of course, whoever is watching, your fan base, whatever that market is, they have a responsibility to themselves. They don't have to watch, they don't have to listen. So that's not all on you, but what is attached to your name.
True.
So if 50 Cent want that attached to his name, and I mean, what is his background? Like sometimes it's just telling my story.
It's a similar background.
You know what I'm saying? But who is he today?
Get rich or die trying. What's kind of the
and who is he today?
He's doing great shit today.
He's doing great things. So that could be an inspiration.
Right.
So I see.
Why not have a story about a filmmaker?
And I think that's what it is. That was very eloquently put. Yes. So yes. But then at the same time, I do see a broader viewpoint of like even using 50 as the one who's like recreating these stories, like, and then looking at his actual story.
Specifically, not even just 50. It's just the
general.
It's just the general message, right? Because we go from like bad to worse, right?
Okay, so since we on this topic though,
because we can easily jump, right? And so like another conversation.
Hold on. Right. Hold on. So since we on this topic though, real quick, I was talking to Lexi the other day about how hard. What is it? How hard they fall? The harder they fall. Have you seen it?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah. I don't think we did. And so Lexi had a very interesting take on it that I would like for you to share about what you thought overall about the movie.
Oh, well, I mean, so for me, I enjoyed the aesthetics of the film. Like,
you know what we're talking about.
What was the movie about?
It's a black cowboy.
Oh yes, I want to see that.
So watch it when you get a chance. So we won't spoil anything. Just it's about black cowboys and but go ahead, tell your.
I was just saying my argument wasn't necessarily about the film specifically, but what triggered my thoughts when I was giving my review was the title of my review was like, "The harder they fall for the BS." We in a wave, and when I
think she on the phone.
Oh, okay. So basically, I was saying the harder they fall for the BS. My issue is that because we have went so long without being represented. Mm-hmm. The moment that you see black people on screen, we're supposed to be celebrating that. But the problem for me is that some of these images, the imagery that we're seeing is actually more toxic than we want to admit. And some people are not going to admit it because they're just seeing it as entertainment. But if you're somebody who you've been trained on the power of imagery, you've been trained on the power of sound, of
monkey see, monkey do.
If you understand the mechanics of all of this stuff and the history of Hollywood, the history of these production companies, where they come from, when you understand that stuff, then you get a little bit more sensitive about what you're watching.
Yeah.
And so for me, when I was watching that film, as much as I want to be like, dang, that was a dope, that shot was really dope, or man, I love the cast, or oh dang, Regina did her thing. Yes, I can say that, but I can also say this was trauma porn. I didn't like it. If I could have chose not to see it, I probably would have rather not see it, because I'm just personally tired of seeing black bodies just the trauma of seeing what, seeing the and I get it. People were like, well, it was a Western. Absolutely. I totally understand that. But guess what? We're talking about representation. There's all kinds of black folks on this planet.
Yes.
We can come from the same hood and still have different cultural context in every single household, every single family. You coming from Puerto Rican family, right? I'm coming from Belizean family. We might be living a block away from each other. We're living a completely different life. So our story doesn't always have to go through this funnel. And that's what these production companies, these big box companies, Netflix, Hollywood, HBO, they funneling all of the same thing through one thing. Because guess what? It's capitalism at the end of the day. And guess what? The moment that they put a black face on it, we're going to watch because we've been looking for this content for so long. But it doesn't remedy the situation.
I would say that
you got nerd black folks, you got artsy black folks, you got Caribbean. Like, come on. Like, there's so many facets of black people. They don't really know that. So we have
Dingo in the building. What's good,
the
brother? What's
people,
good, brother?
Period, or like the ones who are creating the movies and the stuff for us to watch.
Wait,
who don't really know that? I guess that's my question. You're saying they don't really know that. Who don't really know that? All the white people.
No, I think
I would say it's a little bit of both.
Because I would say that like so it was good that we segued to this because another thing that I was going to do was just like talk about the 2000s was a black gap, right? So all of the black movies that we love was from like 1987 to like 1999.
Yeah, the 90s.
That's fair.
With
the 2000s, the last movie
we was featured very heavily.
Well, in the 90s,
yes.
And so we went from everything from like all the Spike Lee
But also,
joints.
what were those stories? And Spike Lee, he was.
But they were love though. Those were love stories, right? Even if I think of anything,
It was some. You know, New Jack City, Boys in the Hood type shit. You know what I mean?
But that's a variety. Though. So you had one. So New Jack City, that was it, and then you have In Too Deep. Those were like
No,
killer
then
movies.
You had Menace to
It was more.
Society,
Menace to Society was crazy.
But look, that's more conscious though. Like if you look at that, it's so much that you can even take from those movies to put right now that even breaks down like
because you're gonna watch that and not want to be on the streets like that, as opposed to watching 50 Cent.
And I can still get educated by the way that his father broke down gentrification, right? Because he easily talked about it.
He did.
And he talked about, what was that, like 1990 in Boys in the Hood?
Yeah.
Talked about gentrification. Y'all shoot up the streets. They bring the property value down. They come in and buy it up, and then they kick us out, put us in a different, easy gentrification. What is still happening 20, 30 years later. So even though we have these negative movies, it's something still positive and a light inside of it. We went almost 20 years. Like it's 2020. Like we're just now starting to get love movies again. We're just not starting to get like black positivity movies, a black Western, even though like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's so much that we've missed over the past, we'll say 15 years solid. That was just a big gap of us. We were featured, that one black guy is going to be in the show. Oh, this is going to be great for him. Oh, this is going to be great for that.
That's a great observation.
They went
Focus
so heavy.
started shifting towards reality TV. So there's a reason why the market was changing.
I can't stand reality TV.
I can't either, but that was where the market was going.
We could talk about these things all day.
I don't know because I never really like watched reality TV.
I can't stand it.
I'm going to keep writing.
It depends on what it is.
One of the first reality shows that was like a big
The
deal
Real
was the
World.
Real
The Real
World,
World,
right?
yeah.
So
they were in a fire.
What year was that?
I can't remember. I think my first time ever watching reality TV was
that market
Bad Girls Club.
I'm sorry.
But it wasn't always black,
my first time ever watching reality TV, I think was Bad Girls Club.
Like Real World was mixed.
Right.
It wasn't always black.
But once they figured out, we got a new
solid thing.
Yeah.
So
everybody started to work towards producing reality TV.
So before we let y'all,
that was in the gap.
Before we let
y'all
go, Flavor Flav was hilarious.
You had all these other. That was in that gap.
But it's all the missing of love though, because what they did was take away the love movies.
They exploited love. They exploited the idea of love.
But I'm saying, so what they did was take away the actual movies that gave us true love and so they took away the poetic justice. They took away the
Jason lyric,
the Love Jones. You know what I'm saying? The best man. Like even though
they came out with a Love Jones 2.0 though, so
But how long did it take though? It took them 20
sorry,
years.
Damn, they missed the insider. I'm sorry.
I mean, it was only really for Lexi, and she still ain't.
I know she definitely didn't catch
it.
So top of the hour, we got my brother Aaron coming in. One of y'all can definitely stay if y'all want to. No pressure.
We all stand. You better pull up this chat.
I wish we could. I don't know. I'm gonna ask DJ, but so before y'all leave though, I was really curious. I wanted to know this. So is this true? Friend zone is for the men she doesn't like, and male best friend is for the man she wants or has already smashed or is planning to.
What?
Friend zone. We're talking about dudes. So when women put dudes in as a woman, is it true that friend zone is for? So if you friend zone a dude, is that because you don't like him, or if you have a male best friend, does that mean you want to like or smash your male best friend, or is there any difference at all
between a friend and a?
So women say
friend?
so women. Some women have like male best friends, right? Yeah. And then some women just have male friends who they probably know like them more than a friend, but they have friends on them. So you friend okay. So when you friends on somebody,
I get it.
When you friends on somebody, why do you friends on them? Because you don't see anything past them being your friend, right?
I think there's a difference.
I'm asking.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to and that's what I'm trying to get to the bottom of. and I'm trying to get to the bottom of.
A friend is a friend.
I don't know, Winnie. That's what I'm trying to find out. Okay.
So I guess my question, I do have a clarifying question.
Okay.
So is there a difference between somebody that I'm meeting and they're a new person and they clearly have the intent to date me?
Yes.
We all know this.
Yes.
And then I say to him, "Oh, I'm not really interested in dating. Maybe we could go out and hang out just as friends."
You just friends on them.
What about the people who are actually your male friends because y'all just be in the same circles in the same space, and after a while y'all friends?
And then I think longevity can play a part of it. I'm saying, so do women typically have male best friends? I'll put it. Do you have a male best friend?
I don't have a male best friend.
Do you have a male best friend?
No.
Okay. I saw it.
You're my best friend.
You know,
I must really like you.
Now attraction. Because if you my male
see,
best
look,
friend,
she just answered it. She just answered it. You just answered it.
Oh,
She just answered it. She just answered it. She just answered it. So that means typically when women, if a woman has a male best friend, there's something more to that, right? So that means
no, that's not true.
You just answered it.
But I'm saying if you're my male best friend,
I mean, you look at it.
If you're my male best friend,
yeah. Are y'all smashing?
Then
or is there
I must
potential?
really like you.
Okay.
What's the difference between a friend and a best friend?
I guess
because you can have male friends, but they can be interested in you, but you not interested in them the same way. So you friends on them. Like, nah, I'm cool. We could just be friends.
Okay, so could that friend be my friend, and even though they have an attraction? Because if we're talking about attraction, you can't help being attracted to someone.
I agree.
Just because you're attracted to them doesn't mean that you have to sleep with them.
I agree. I ain't saying that you have to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so look.
If I find you attracted, if you're attractive, and in my mind, I already understand that just because you're attractive, I already know that sleeping with you is not the best idea. And you may know that sleeping with me is not the best idea.
Okay,
that we just friend zone each other. Does that mean
so now
I'm
what
not
if you
sleep with you?
Now
what
if you tell this person, what if you say, "Hey, I think you're attractive," and then I respond by saying, "Man, I think you're attractive too."
Then you can be two people attractive.
Okay, but can it escalate past attraction though?
If
y'all mutually tell each other that I think you're attractive.
Anything can always escalate. You can escalate with a best friend. Anything can always. That's always an option. But is it the best choice? See, what's happening is
some people actually value that friendship.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Because it's like if we so now
why women do stuff like
just don't want to lose the friendship.
Why women do stuff like this then, right? Okay, so let's say
what we do.
Some women.
What we do.
Let's say if I met a girl, right? And let's say we met on like a dating app or something, right?
Okay.
You know, and you hit the heart, I hit the heart. And then we talk for a little bit, and then I make a plan for us to go out, and then she respond with, "I'm gonna let you know. We'll see, maybe." When I hear that, that means she doesn't have that much interest in me.
I'm gonna let you know. We'll see.
So if we meet on the dating app,
maybe
3 minutes. If we meet on the dating app, and we start conversing, and then I engage because I'm not finna converse back and forth. Either we gonna engage and go past the
back and forth.
I'm not gonna be the text buddy, like right. I'm gonna have intention. I'm gonna have intention to.
And
go on a date or something, right?
That's your intention.
Right.
So now you got to look at your intentions in the first place.
So now I'm saying, I've seen a lot of women do this, right? So like, then I plan a date. And then we set a date. I say, hey, let's go out on, or are you free this day, 7 o'clock to go get dinner? And then she responds with, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I'll let you know. Like, but so for me, when I hear something like that, I'm going to automatically think she doesn't have that level of high interest in me. It could be yet.
No,
I'm just saying.
It could be a yet.
It could be a yet.
Because it can depend on how soon that invitation out is.
That's what I'm saying.
For some women, they be thirsty. I'm not going to say thirsty, but some women are eager to go on a date early. They don't have to know you very well. Somebody like me, I have to know you very well before I say yes to a date, because I have been on dates before and been embarrassed.
That's fair.
So I don't say yes to dates.
I don't date.
I don't say yes very quickly.
Why not?
You do
I have
hangouts?
to really get to know you.
Y'all like link up?
And what do you do if you don't date?
You just talk. Chat.
To me,
what do you call it?
To me, we are teachers and students of one another.
I agree.
And I am genuinely interested in people general. Like, to me, I don't go into situations making it about, am I going to sleep with you, be with you, or anything like that.
Who said that?
Fair.
I'm just, but that's dating, this dating Ishmael.
I like that though.
I do too.
I mean,
I think I read energy. I read energy and I read whatever, you know what I'm saying?
What is that energy about?
So
you get what I'm saying?
It could be about different things.
We can definitely come back. It is at the
top of the hour.
Tuvek
anniversary. Tuvek 1 year anniversary. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all in the comments. You know what I'm saying? We'll be back at the top of the hour. My brother Aaron gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? We having a great show. You feel me? But we'll be right back. Stay in. We'll be right back.
Yeah. See you soon.
See you soon.
WIIFTBPM.
Broken screen, crash system. Are you in need of spyware or virus removal from your computer? Well, contact RPC Computer Repair in South Shore and let us help you with all your computer repair services and print needs. Need office or print production services, copies, scans, fax, or even notary service? Then stop by and support RPC Computer Repair and Print Shop, located 1741 East 71st Street in the 71st Street corridor, newly revitalized South Shore areas, and let RPC be your one-stop shop, where we believe RPC is your PC. RPC Computer Repair is also a UPS access point where you can drop off and pick up your important packages. So let RPC be of service to you. Call RPC Computer Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. at 773-966-4457. That's 773-966-4457. Visit RPC at rpccomputeringinc.com for more information.
Mama,
chances make champions. On the solid, I'm a problem, you can't disregard me. Got some bottles and exotic, with your bitch we slotted. I be with goblins, keep some Glocks, we ain't boxing or arguing. No pocket watching, only focus on what's in your wallet. Foot on they necks, I'm a stepper, I apply that pressure. The mob be with me through whatever, we grew up aggressive. Better keep your bitch on the leash, or I bet I catch her. She give me brain like professors, that whole extra clever. All she get is dick and refreshments, don't ask extra questions. We in the party with some weapons, keep yourself together. We hot now, pressure on us, yeah, we came with relish. Make it rain on the dancers, fucked around and changed the weather. Me and my brother know how to maneuver, been in it too long, bitch, we know what we doing. Get off them drugs and turn in the bug. Whole gang off the yang, we rollin', we groovy. Lord here tweaking on all kind of bullshit, he clutching, afford it, he know how to use it. Them hoes just people that slid in between us, they happy to meet us, you know they be choosing. Yeah, we get to the money usually, the fuck are you doing? All that playing tough just to get stumped, the fuck are you proving? Call my homie Quan, shorty low, he pulled up in some foolish. He say them drugs been doing the U-Haul, constantly moving saucy, big drip on me like a faucet. I'm awesome, hot as coffee, slick talker. I can't keep these hoes up on me. Hit the bank, make a deposit, names look salty, must feel awful. Hit the bank, make a withdrawal, walk out, pockets bulky. No, the house don't want no problems. They maneuver real cautious. We keep them pistols in unreach, get you folded like laundry off them drugs. I'm a zombie, fuck a bitch till she exhausted. Whole section full of bosses, y'all just watch them call it. Long little Tito and go Curry, them boys with some bosses. We calculate our every move, can't afford no more losses. My people vultures, mob ties, bitch, you better not cross us. Have Lord them bell, I start tossing, turn y'all out to fossils. This shit getting colossal, need that money pronto. These lions hungry in the jungle, bring beef to your front door. I'm smoking maple leaves, this weed here came from Toronto. You thick as fuck and know how to shut up, bitch, the perfect combo. We been flexing, acting retarded, cutting up in them parties. Soon as we enter, they know we them niggas, y'all watch them callers. Stay with some shooters, James Harden, they clutch it in Target. Same hoe you in love with, gain them boulders, she fucking for 40. Can't over rock with no whore, I won't settle for less. Can't get a bitch no Pandora or no Panda Express. And meetings with them lords, trying to expand and invest. Goddamn, they upset, they really can't stand that I'm honest. Saucy, big drip on me like a faucet. I'm awesome, hot as coffee, slick talker. I can't keep these hoes up on me. Hit the bank, make a deposit, lames look salty, must feel awful. Hit the bank, make a withdrawal, walk out, pockets bulky. No, the ops don't want no problems, they maneuver real cautious. We keep them pistols in unreach, get you folded like laundry off them drugs. I'm a zombie, fuck a bitch till she exhausted. Whole section full of bosses, y'all just watch them call it.
Look, fuck, I won't deny that I'm the flyest, I'm the hottest in the clip. My bitch done turned crazy, but she tights off the whip. She don't get what she wants, she adore feet. I don't even need your love if it's counterfeit. I told her, she can be anything but my bitch. She can be anything but my bitch. If she leaves, she can go, I don't know her, but she still Harley Quinn, I'm the Joker. And I bought a diamond chain, it's a choker. Every time we fuck, she let me choke her. Get into your bed, you ain't even mad. Baby, tell me what's your name, I forgot to ask. Don't get back inside my car like you forgot your mask. If I ever did you dirty, don't mind kissing ass. Say the first time that she cheat, plan to let her go. Let me be the first to tell you, nigga, let her go. Cause I know she did you dirty, but I'm on the go. Cause I was running through that pussy with my thunderbolt. Do some tricks on my dick, I let your mama know. But so damn good, I bet Obama know. Do a lot of drugs, cause I take things better. Do a lot of drugs, cause I fake things better. Do a lot of drugs, cause they make things better. Do a lot of drugs, cause I do a lot of drugs. I won't deny that I'm the flyest, I'm the hottest in the clip. My bitch done turned crazy, but she tights off the whip. She don't get what she wants, she adore feet. I don't even need your love if it's counterfeit. I told her, she can be anything but my bitch. She can be anything but my bitch. If she leaves, she can go, I don't know her, but she still Harley Quinn, I'm the Joker.
Two bags eating chicken, what you wanna do? Missing, give me that chicken, chicken, give me that chicken, chicken. Chicken.
What's good?
What's good, beautiful people? Welcome to the podcast, Two Vegetarians Eating Chicken. It's your boy, Mr. Lingo himself. I can't stand this nigga. 2VEC anniversary, you feel me? You ain't gonna say your name now after you interrupted me?
I always forget after I be getting thrown off because I be like fucking with you. It's the man who always got something to say, your boy Fly Sweater KJ.
We vibing today, y'all.
You ain't hear what I said?
I'm fucking with KJ.
It's the man who always got something to say, your boy Fly Sweater KJ.
I'm fucking with KJ. We vibing today. You know it's interesting to watch if you go back on YouTube to look at some of the, first 2VEC videos, KJ as you should just be like, KJ. And so it was so funny.
It's your boy KJ.
It's your boy KJ. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I'm like, yeah, KJ, you gonna have to add a little something, a little flavor. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo ass always wearing sweaters, like, you know what I'm saying? And so that's where he got.
I'm gonna tell you the real truth. I popped up with a slogan. This nigga was like, "Why you ain't tell me?" Because I'm out here looking like I need something to say. That's what actually happened.
That's true, but then I always start with it's your boy Mr. Lingo himself.
You do got like a long ass intro, so that would make sense. Like you be like, it's your boy Mr. Lingo himself, the dude with the dude.
You know what's crazy? You know what's my full? You know what's my full intro? It's your boy Mr. Lingo himself, Johnny. If you know me, if you don't, just mean you ain't talking more and being social. Is my motto. Not hard to follow. See somebody today you don't know, walk up to him and say, "What up, though?" We back though. We back. 1 year anniversary. 2 back. You feel me? Lexi is rejoining us. But my brother, Aaron, is in the building. You know, another returning guest. You know what I'm saying? Tell the people who you is, brother, where they can find you at.
You just said. No, but what's good? All y'all beautiful people. I'm not Aaron. It's just spelled that way. But you can follow me. You can follow me on Instagram at godgiven_musician. A God-given musician, definitely. But more than just that, DJ, producer, drummer, keyboardist, songwriter.
Yo, he did the beat. He actually did the beat, the instrumental for what we had did when it comes to the whole soundtrack. So,
yeah, my man out here is crazy on the drums. If you know, you know.
If you don't, feel free to follow me and see who I do play for and have played with. Most notably, Earth St. James.
We just gonna say pause.
Was that
okay.
He
said who we play with. Pause.
I mean, you know, that could just be containing to women, really? But, you know.
I only play with one person, and she is out in the damn light.
There you go, boy. There you go. Let it be known, boy. Let it be known. You know what I'm saying? Let it be known. Nah, we vibing today though, man. You know, it's been again very very surreal. To time flies. It's crazy that we've been doing this for a year. You know, Mary Q behind the distracting us per usual. No, it's a really dope feeling. Just to again just be consistent with something in the world that's so chaotic and so many moving parts and so many things going on. You know, just to have longevity with just your creativity, something you passionate about. You know what I'm saying? Aaron, I don't know how long he been playing the drums, but I definitely know he been doing that shit for a while.
23 years.
Yeah. 23. Lexi painting. She do some shit that I'd be like, I don't even know how you
I'd be like, this is like some shit you find on Google. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like,
I still stare at my Apple every now and then and be like, what the fuck? Like, where'd you get this from? But anyway. Just we dope, man. We dope as people. You know what I'm saying? 2VEC, 1 year anniversary. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? If you watching, he
ain't say shit about me.
First of all,
he said you. He said he highlighted her
He's
album.
He's finna get to himself.
And then,
right, but y'all don't even know what kind of apple we talking about. It sounded a little bit.
I mean,
the one Eve bit. Nah, KJ know what it is, boy. KJ fly sweater. KJ in the building. You know what I'm saying? We go way back.
He has a degree in it, but the son bitch sound like a therapist. I don't know if he got a degree.
Yes,
there you go.
Have a degree.
Yeah, he do.
All things.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna
talk about
when KJ got the glasses on. Now we gonna get into therapist KJ in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But let's just keep it moving. You feel me?
Got an icebreaker for me. I saw the icebreaker in the first half. I didn't get a chance.
I think that was more so for the ladies. I think we did them all too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh no, I got one more.
See, there we go.
I got one more. So would you? Am I good, DJ? Can you see me? Can y'all see me? I'm good.
Not really.
I mean, it's got like a 10-second delay.
So okay, I think I'm good. KJ, they want me to get a little closer to you. Pause.
Yeah. No, KJ, don't move away from him.
Yeah. Don't run for me. 6 feet. So would you rather have the best sex of your life once or mediocre sex every day?
Go. Does it stay mediocre?
He said every day.
I'm just saying.
Would you rather have the best sex of your life once or a mediocre sex every day?
Well, what if my standards are so high that mediocre sex actually is like pretty good sex?
Okay, but so what is
other questions?
We got clarifying.
I'd rather have the best sex and then just have average sex versus mediocre. So I take the first one. I ain't gonna.
You rather have
because it's
the
like
best sex
mediocre,
once?
like that shit fuck with your psyche, it fuck with your spiritual. So it's like I'd rather have the best sex and then average.
Now, when you say I fuck with your psyche and spiritual, elaborate. I mean, you ain't put it down one day or something.
No, and then there's no and then.
Aaron,
it's only this or
so look,
that.
when I was younger, when I was young and I wasn't aware of like
when you know what you're doing.
Shit.
Okay.
When I knew physically what I was doing, but I didn't know mentally and spiritually what I was doing. Once I became aware of that shit, I understood how spiritual sex is. Like it's not just putting your dick in something and stroking, busting nut, going home. It's like you are exchanging energy with a motherfucker. So it's like, let's use my wife for example. If we have the best sex yesterday, I'd rather have that best
Speaking
sex.
into existence, you know, wifey in the building.
She's spiritually my wife long before I tell the government she my wife.
You ain't even got to tell the government, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Precisely.
Go ahead.
But like because I know sex is so spiritual, it's like I don't want to have mediocre sex because then that shit's gonna fuck with my head.
You can talk back there, Mary,
every day.
You can chime in.
It's a mic back there.
Feel free.
Go ahead though, Aaron.
But like I know. Imagine you ever had like real bad sex, and like even if it's for a moment, you like it like fucks with your personal energy.
Yes. Yes. Like damn, that shit was terrible, bro. Nah. And it could be it ain't necessarily got to be your fault.
It could be a one-off joint, but you like. Damn, like some just ain't right. It's like
that was
spiritual.
anything.
You feel me? So it's like I'd rather have the best, and then we have decent or average sex versus piss poor sex, and then we just sitting there looking at each other.
Okay.
Like, damn, I might as well cheat.
Is it average for both? My thing is it average for both people?
I don't know
though?
when the last time.
Oh, well then that's a whole nother icebreaker right there.
Say it again.
Is it average for both people?
Oh.
I mean, it would have to be.
Is it mediocre?
Yeah, because
it would have to be because if whoever you fucking on is mediocre every time you fucking on.
But you don't know if she feels
You don't
like.
know. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Oh, we got some technical ass people in the building.
I'm just saying.
That's fair.
I'm giving mediocre moves, and she thought I was motherfucking some off Pornhub. You feel me? Like,
He was watching.
Well, what's the leg up?
What?
Look. So speaking of spiritual shit. The whole Travis Scott thing took place. I think it was this past weekend.
What has to do with spiritual though?
It has a lot to do with it. That's why we about to talk about it.
Some images got released.
That's why we about to talk about it. That's why we about to talk about it. So my question is, obviously we are aware of what happened. So
stuff.
Yeah. So my question is there anybody in particular that needs to be blamed for the whole ordeal? Let's answer that question.
What is blamed for? What?
People dying at a concert. Is there anybody in particular that needs to be blamed for the whole trap? And then I'm asking. We don't have to. It ain't got to be an answer.
So
I want to know y'all opinion.
Because I wasn't there, so I can't say exactly what happened. But from a source of an article I read that somebody was walking around stabbing people.
Mm-hmm.
So
really,
in terms of people, So that's why people were passing out. Close to dying and dying. So if you want to point the blame at people dying, it would be at the person who was walking around stabbing people. If that's accurate,
so it's more of the people's fault who attended the concert.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like if I get trampled, I'm not gonna blame Travis Scott. I'm gonna blame the son
You
that
can't
stomped
blame
on me.
right. You can't blame
because Travis Scott didn't stomp on my head. Buddy ass did.
He ain't stopped.
Okay. Y'all say.
I mean, I'm just
say we'll go deeper.
Listen to him, then he went back on.
Yeah.
What'd you say? Stop. Nah, I'm good.
You good? All right. Astro.
Lexi, KJ, y'all got thoughts
about that? No, I'm gonna just say this is the I'm gonna go conspiracy theory.
You can't blame. So here's the thing, because as artists and people who perform, there's two things that's happening. Number one, you're setting the stage or the tone as a curator of anything, right? So you understand mood. You know what vibe you're going for. You know what lighting is needed. You know what drinks are needed. You know exactly what's needed to curate a specific experience, right?
Especially post-pandemic. We forgot that part too. Especially post-pandemic. Because the vibes, because like the whole director or the energy going into it is different now because it's post-pandemic.
All of that. So when you're hosting something or when you're putting together something, number one, you know what you're trying to achieve. That's one thing. Mm-hmm. So we can't be negligent of that. Like we have to understand that.
Can't be naive about that. Go ahead, continue. Mm-hmm.
So the other piece is, as the host of whatever it is you're doing, whether you're the person on stage or the person that, invited people to your venue, you can't necessarily control what the people do in that space. So like Aaron said, you can't control if somebody came in and started injecting people with whatever. Like they came in with a whole agenda. You can't control that. You don't have any clue. And if you're on the stage performing,
you can influence things though.
You can influence.
Because Travis Scott is known for telling motherfuckers like, man, fuck them lines, boy, break through that shit. Like, you feel me? And that's exactly what people do.
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna say that part, but continue.
But you cannot. He can't be blamed.
No, I didn't blame him.
I'm not saying that you're saying that you're blaming him, but I'm just saying like some people are like, oh, he is to blame, or no, the whole situation rendered those outcomes because A, B, and C happened in that space. So the other piece is people want to act like, oh, he knew what was going on. When you're on stage, them lights are beaming in your eyes.
Yeah, I'm not saying all of that shit.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about like the people who were commenting on stuff.
Yeah,
like
that was a bit extreme.
So I was like, yeah, everybody was like, oh, he knew what was going on, or he ain't stopped the show. And it's like when you're performing, you are focused on that. You can't even see in the crowd. The freaking lights are beaming in your eyes. The crowd looks like a wave of blackness.
Now, I do hold him accountable for the spiritual component that was involved in it. So even from a marketing standpoint, I'm personally, I just really believe in spiritual warfare, right? So like I believe this shit is real. There's a lot of, energies in this space, in this world that we live in. And if you open up certain things will come into play, right? So the marketing that they did for that, the demonic shit, see you on the other side, like a concert that was like full of flames and hot as fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? It was just,
people love that shit.
it's just, I would have never.
I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't.
Once I saw the marketing, I never would have went to the concert.
I don't even watch scary movies.
So there was a kid. He did a video, and in that video, he was doing like a recap, and just watching him talk about his experience there. He said he felt like he was in a concert at hell. Like he said, he felt like he was in hell at a concert.
That's what they was going for.
And I think that plays a part in how certain things happen. Then obviously we wasn't there, so like I know. All I'm saying is, yes, those type of things play. I went to a Kanye concert one time, right? It was the one where he had the little swinging stage. I can't remember which one that was, but basically there was one point where he, and Kanye, is dabbles in some sort of, and the moment I started, I felt it, bro, because I believe in, spiritual warfare. I felt like this, just like it started feeling like people was like, because they opened up the mosh pit, so people start going down there, and Kanye's on this like swinging thing, the lights on him, and motherfuckers is just down there like, basically like Kanye. The moment I felt this like energy, this like evil energy come over my body, I told my homie Lars, because we was already stoned. So I'm like, bro, first of all, let's go, my nigga. I'm too high for this right now. And like, I totally feel like they basically like praising Kanye right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we left. Yes. We literally left. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I KJ quiet over here, but I want to know, it's obviously tragic, because people lost their life.
We can talk about Kanye though.
You feel me? But at the end of the day,
that's why they come out to Travis Scott, because Kanye mentioned him. He did a name drop.
But you have to use. It's so easy to use certain people as pawns sometimes when there's a bigger thing at stake, right? You feel me? Because it's like, obviously you can't really blame Travis Scott, like, you know what I'm saying? But
I feel like it's a 50-50 because it is his.
Yeah, he didn't have to use some of that shit.
It's his thing
for marketing.
But
he didn't have to do none of that.
So it's Astro World though, but it's his thing. So he is kind of like, if you do a Lollapalooza, he is the person that is technically behind it.
Yeah.
If like any other celebrity, when your team gets in trouble, you technically get in trouble. Like think about it, Snoop Dogg bodyguard shot somebody, and Snoop got in trouble for it. So his team knew what was going on, but they didn't inform him. So at the end of the day, it's kind of like the responsibility. Technically, I can see why people say it falls on him at the end of the day. So, but I would never say like, oh yeah, it's his fault, because he is there to do his job, and you did sign up knowing, you know what I'm saying? Like if I buy a concert ticket, I'm never buying
unless it's like
that floor. I'm not buying those front.
Yeah, I'm
row
good,
seats,
bro. I don't need to be that close.
I don't even want to be close to the gate of the stage. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that somebody might.
Yeah, it's like I get right up out of that motherfucker. Real talk. I'm cool.
Just in case somebody do like run up.
People do the same thing with comedy, low key. Like they'll say
they rush to the front.
No, like in terms of like putting blame on somebody for. No, it's probably
somebody has to be the target.
It's more direct with comedy because the person is saying it versus directing.
Like Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Oh, so speaking of Chappelle, though,
speak on it.
Speaking of that, like so we can just transition to like to the baby, right? So
that's a great starting point.
A week, I think it was about a week ago, he's been allowed to do Rolling Loud, right? He's only allowed to do Rolling Loud because of the head of the LGBTQ.
That's interesting.
What is it? LGBTQI?
LGBTQ.
I just said that. What you mean?
LGBTQ.
It don't matter. All the numbers are there. I mean, you said me say numbers.
The LMNOP people.
All of the letters are there. At the end of the day,
the LMNOP people.
Like, what person would give another person power to say like, oh, well, now he's sorry enough to even do that? So like, we can even talk about that because there's no head. It's just like saying, oh, the head of the black people said, I'm good, so now I can go do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, because
like it's weird.
It is because like
it's definitely weird.
All across just media culture. Period.
Have y'all seen the special?
Yeah. Oh, I've seen. Yeah, I loved it.
Have you seen it?
Not all of it.
I loved all of that shit.
So you didn't finish it?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Please do. Not to say like, oh, you're gonna agree with Dave, but just watch.
I have to agree.
Dave's a comedy genius. First of all, he's the GOAT. One of my top 3.
Oh, I mean, hands down, he the GOAT, bro. Period.
I don't know. So I had a conversation with a friend of mine about this, and I had a conversation with my wife about it. So it's like everybody says, okay, Dave Chappelle was mad offensive towards that community, but they also brought it back to his previous special. I think it was Sticks and Stones.
Yeah,
when he made the joke about the gay guy that he was pitching the movie to, or whatever. And then what's crazy is I was like, man, fuck that, man. I was just like everybody else, man, fuck that. They motherfuckers need to stop being so sensitive. So then I watched Instagram Live of this artist that I follow, and he was like, there was still ignorance within it, even if people shouldn't be all the way offended. He was saying that there was still some ignorance within the comments that he made.
I mean, but that's just like that's anything, right? We're never going to say anything that's not going to be offensive to anybody.
Yeah.
Everything that we say right now is going to be offensive. Like you just easily was like, oh no, this is not how the letters should be. Nigga, I hit all the letters in my opinion. Like that's the important. To me, it's important that all the letters got acknowledged. To you, it's like, well, that's not the order it's supposed to be. Who said it's a certain order? Because when you look at it, nigga, it's not like, you know what I'm saying. The B is at the end, nigga. The B ain't even in front. You know, A, B, C. I'm just saying.
Yeah, funny as hell.
Y'all didn't see how you looked at me when I said that. He was
like, what are you talking about? Like, at the end of the day, we can't say anything that's not going to be offensive to somebody else. Even as an artist,
that's true.
You're going to do something that's going to make somebody else mad. You guys talked about an apple earlier. The way that she drew her apple and the color of the apple, I might not even like. You know what I'm saying? Why the apple bite so big? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Who big ass teeth is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the interpretation of it. And you know, I'm not the artist that drew it. I'm not the person that purchased it.
Right.
So why am I even that upset about it? Yeah. The same thing we talked about black media. Why are we watching it if we're really upset about it? You know what I'm saying? If we're really that upset, create it. At the end of the day, if I don't like the painting, why don't I just draw my own damn apple?
I don't watch
football.
And
if there's somebody I think that has been historically insensitive about some subjects, I don't feel like they should be canceled. They should just be labeled or categorized. Like,
I mean, like the curse words and all that.
At the very least, corrected.
Kind of toxic behavior.
I don't even want to say corrected because we don't know what that person's experience is. Like, True. We all have our own set of life experience, right? So True. We don't know. He may have a very specific reason why he, expresses himself about that specific subject the way that he does. Has anybody even paused to question like where does that come from?
He brought it up in the special.
And so and with that, I'm just saying like there's times where and I don't want to be offensive. I want to be careful and sensitive. But there are moments where I'm watching something and I'm with my son and we're watching some content that we think is just pretty general, and there will be some very specific things happening or imagery happening that I personally feel like if y'all could have told me that this was in here, I would have probably preferred not to watch this. But that's just because I prefer to see something different. So I feel like at some point, maybe we need to just get better at categorizing because this whole sensitivity thing, it's starting to take over to the point where we can't even enjoy content anymore. You can't even produce anything anymore because you're offended. The likelihood of you offending somebody is going to happen.
Let's just be honest about it. You can't enjoy content or create it if you're
we
black.
should just get to the point where we're categorizing it. Just like how they have like the network codes, like this is PG-13. Have you ever saw a PG-13 movie and you like, this shit ain't shit is not
I'm like,
PG-13?
this is never PG-13. Even Y7. Even Y7. I'll be like, there's no way.
So it's like,
I'm like, there's no way this is for 7-year-olds. But
so we
okay.
need to just start labeling other shit then. If it's going to be potentially offensive to some group of people, we need to just say, yo, if you feel like certain information or certain content might be offensive to you, here, this is included in here. And you don't have to watch it.
I would offer this, though. I would say
because I have to watch some shit I don't want to see all the time.
Before categorizing, and it's different per case, but like I would offer, the only reason why I offer correction is because if somebody says something that's like super offensive, so let's say I say something that is very offensive to you, but whether I know it or not that it was offensive, if you immediately categorizes me, you immediately wipe away my opportunity to grow from the experience I had of offending you, whether or not it was legitimate. So if you immediately categorize,
I'm not categorizing you,
no,
just
I'm
your
saying,
content.
Even, but see, but like,
just the content.
I put it like this though. What if like I'm playing piano and I'm singing a song, and the song that I'm singing is the lyrics are offensive to a person of the LGBTQ community, right? And it's like, oh, I'm judging the content. The content is an extension of me, even if, you know what I'm saying, it's not directly me. It's coming from me. So it's like if you immediately categorize me, you are
I'm not categorizing you. It's the content.
It's a piece of me though. So like your art, for instance. He just said like, what if he was offended by the apple? And in your mind, it's your piece. So you like, man,
I'm not gonna be like, oh, this is an extension of me. I'm gonna be like, yo, if you didn't like the apple, then somehow I.
But you ain't got to say it though. You ain't got to say something that's already valid though. You don't have to. You don't have to. It still comes from you.
If you don't like it, why are you here looking at it?
I mean, he could like another piece.
Because
he just don't like that piece with the apple.
You may not know it's offensive until you get to it, but it's like if somebody tells you that's offensive, would you want to grow from it or be like, oh shit, I didn't know that, or okay, that's offensive, I didn't intend for it to be that way.
But here's the thing: there's a lot of things that we opt out of, or that we don't do, or that we don't attend, or that we don't go to because you have some idea of what you know is taking place there. Therefore, you have the option to opt out. So that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like there should be more ways to say this is what's involved in this piece of work. You should have the option to opt out before you even get to it. Before you even watch it, you should have the option to opt out.
And Dave Chappelle give people that. He said, "Remember, you clicked on my face, bitch."
Yes.
Basically, you know what I'm saying?
Content moving forward.
Yes. Yo. So not to change the subject, but did anybody watch the Kanye West interview?
That was a lot.
I seen pieces of it.
Did you watch it?
Nah, you know.
Question: Did you watch it? Did you watch it?
Sorry, we got a huge Kanye fan in the building.
Did you watch it?
I didn't finish it all, but I definitely seen. I definitely seen.
Did you see? Oh my god!
Talk about it.
When is he dying? What? Kanye West, bro, is about to get killed, bro. I hate to say it. Everything that he dropped, all of the conversation. I can go on days talking about this. Come on now. I took days to break this shit down.
He's a mad scientist.
It's not even about the mad scientist. He even spoke about like shaking people's hand with like energy. Like you can't even shake everybody.
I agree with that.
Like you can't even touch people. That's why he
wears
gloves.
He's
like,
aware. He's in tune.
He's super right. But like everything that we talking about right here, that's why I was like, oh, well, Travis Scott is a distant part of Kanye West because they're connected in some type of way. So that's why they're trying to bring him down now.
I love how charged you are about
bro.
The moment that the name came up.
No,
see, I need you when I have Kanye debates with people.
Geniusness and like the level and the things that he talk about, it's like super futuristic that we're not even seeing it. Like I'm gonna take you back to when this nigga was talking about leather pants, right? Everybody thought he was crazy. Just so all you women and a lot of men came out with the leather and the patent leather pants like in 2 years after he talked about it. Do you not? I know you don't see that because that was like 12 years ago.
I don't think I ever owned
There's a lot
leather
of
pair
genius
I hope
people
you never owned a pair of leather
Never
pants.
owned them.
There are a lot of people
You gonna get a pair of skinny. I mean, they skinny. Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't do.
I mean, you never know what you and your wife do in the bedroom though.
I can't wear one.
So you might. might have that. Some leather pants. She might like that.
My shit not finna be
on
no
you.
Yeah, you got to be comfortable in your own skin. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day.
Topic,
so
I'm sorry. I celebrate
speaking
my
of
friends more than I talk about celebrities. That's just me.
I celebrate my friends too. Did you just try to throw this at me real quick?
No, I didn't.
I celebrate my friends. You act like I don't support all my bros. Like, come on now. I'm like the biggest supporter. They're gonna be supporting me. I'll be supporting everybody.
Anybody who may be watching, like, people get excited about certain celebrities' names, and for me, I just be like, if you could be half as excited about the people that you actually know exist versus people who don't know you exist at all, but they get to capitalize
I'm just saying.
on you.
So first, I don't even back Kanye West stuff. Second of all, I'm with this nigga. I'm with this man like 3 days after damn week. I see him more than I see anybody in life. So what? If we talk about friends and support, I'm supporting him all the way.
So I'm a piggyback off
support is a terrible word.
You know what's crazy though?
You know what's crazy? Participating is a better word.
So look though, because I want to listen. Because I want to know.
If you
listen though.
Stacks in his account, then that's support.
Because listen, I mean, and it looks. It looks different though. Look, it looks different though. But look, let me. I feel like there's a lot of.
Wait, what's happening, Mary?
So in Chicago in general, Aaron, and I want you to chime in on this. Sometimes, and I'm glad that you brought that up, Lexi, because sometimes I feel like I find myself being in situations where I'm always one of the most supportive friends to my people that I love and people that I rock with, and sometimes it don't feel mutual all the time. You know what I mean? And so I guess I'm curious to know, like, it's funny to hear you say that because some people don't look at it that way. You know what I mean? Some people rather go fuck with, people they don't even know, opposed to, people who go ahead. Yes. Cause I want to talk about it a little bit.
So, and we've had conversations about this on multiple occasions and I've talked to my wife about this too. So no knock to any musicians in Chicago, but I feel like for me personally, the music scene is exactly what you're talking about. And it is the most bipolar scene in the fucking world. And here's why. And it can translate to arts in terms of like art, like Lexi does, curating, DJ, whatever. It can translate all across the board. Here's why it's so bipolar. To your point, yes, that does happen where it be times where my Instagram story be other people's shit instead of my own shit. And I got plenty of posts that I can easily, go check out my video, go subscribe to my channel. Go subscribe to my channel. But like, you know what I'm saying? Any of that, you can do that. Right. Like my story doesn't have a lot of that, but because I'm under the mindset of, even though this movie was kind of before my time, we all gonna eat. We all gonna sit at the same table and we gonna eat. So it's like, the mindset is, oh shit, if I share your shit, if I post your shit, that's like, somebody gonna see your shit and be like, yo, I wanna fuck with this nigga. I wanna bring this nigga to my table so we can all eat. Yes. You feel me? But then, on the flip side, you post something that's some dope shit. You done put your time in. You done edited it perfectly. You done added background music. You done paid for a promotion post, and you look on the shares, ain't nobody shared. You look on the analytics, ain't nobody shared the shit.
It's like that sound to be like, why y'all ain't share my shit?
Yeah. Yeah. So for a long time, I was super pissed. I was like, boy, I ain't fucking with nobody in Chicago. I ain't finna share nobody's shit. But I had to take a second and look to why I feel that way. So if I feel, and the therapist can concur or not, if you're not secure within yourself, you will look for it. You're going to look for it everywhere else. So like for instance, if I put out a drum video and I'm like, yo, this drum video is dope as hell. I put the edits. I got my hashtag on the bottom. I got everything. And I'd be like, why ain't niggas fucking with me? Why ain't niggas? If I'm secure in my own work, I know that the right person that's supposed to see my shit will come regardless of who shares it. Now, mind you, it still fucks with me at times when I'm like, damn, nigga, I'm sharing your shit. You feel me? Let's both try to make sure we eat. But I also have to come to the realization and accept that every nigga ain't built like that.
True.
So once you A, are secure within yourself, and B, accept that everybody ain't gonna want to eat the same meal you do, that shit won't even become a factor.
Speak that shit.
And then you start to move different. Your energy changes. Because there's times where I could be in a room full of the niggas that I don't want to fuck with. But I'm there to get a bag.
I think it's that's on me. T.I. was like, one eat from the tree, one eat from the dirt.
You feel me? Like sometimes I'm in rooms full of people where I'm here to get a check. I'm here to get my check and I'm here to go home. Because even though y'all don't fuck with me on the level where it would be expected to, that's okay. Y'all can find my pockets and I'm going to go about my business. Because then once I get to where I'm supposed to be, just like I told you when we was outside, when you was like, so-and-so here, the people who are meant to be in the space will be in that space.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I would rather the person that fucks with me be the one to get me to where I'm trying to go than just want a couple shares just because the people follow me.
Yes.
You feel me?
I agree with you 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I could want James and Joseph to fuck with me, but Rick is the motherfucker that know Beyonce, and Beyonce need a new drummer. And Rick, I didn't know Rick was even fucking with my videos, but now I turn around and Beyonce DMing me, yo, you free for a tour. Meanwhile, I'm so focused on James and Joseph, I done missed out on a whole career versus just a bag. You feel me?
Yeah, you just gotta like slide to see that your ego be hella involved in some of the shit you do. And so when you showing up to be in other spaces, you got to ask yourself, am I showing up because I naturally just want to be here? Or am I showing up because it's this person and I expect them to show up for me when I'm doing something?
Or it's popping to be in that circle. That's like the most popping thing. Like, yeah, all the niggas going to be here, so let me be there.
Cloud chasing? Okay.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Precisely.
So it's like you got to check with yourself your intention of why you showing up for others. Because if that is skewed, then the moment that people don't show up for you, you are definitely going to be disappointed.
If you don't show up for yourself, too.
And at the end of the day, that's what your job is. Show up for yourself.
You got to start with you.
And the shit will come automatically. Like, it's been for a long, especially when I first started, like, playing professionally, like, in terms of in the scene, outside of, like, church and shit. I was like, damn, I see all these
church
niggas.
and shit in the same sentence is hilarious.
I'm saved, but I ain't all the way saved. So, like, I would be in circles where there's cats that I've watched on social media, and I'd be like, damn, okay, so I see they doing this, so I need to do that, so that way I can be where they at. But the minute I was like, wait, I can't. Like, for instance, the guy I play with now, Earth St. James.
Incredible.
One of my big bros. Incredible. He told me, we was sitting down, and we was eating dinner, and he told me something that stays with me to this very day. He was like, everybody can't play your gigs. And that's big facts. And it goes across the board. Everybody can't DJ the same rooms Johnny DJs.
Facts.
Everybody can't paint the same paints that she do. Everybody can't talk to people, consult people the way you do. So the minute I understood that.
Thank you for the shout out, brother.
Oh my God.
I had to be a real one.
He ain't gonna let
Just so y'all know.
But it's like, if you, once I realized that, then I was like, I ain't got to move how everybody else moves, because then you're going to be left in the dark. Because if it's 100 niggas moving the same way, 99 niggas going to be left back. I never want to move how everybody else moving.
I don't.
I never, ever, ever.
I swear.
And while you catch me doing one thing, best believe when you come back 5 minutes later, I'm off doing the next thing.
So fellas, I got a question for y'all, and this can be for you too, Lexi. So I'm gonna generalize the question.
Thank you.
Can you fully, let's just use the word marry. Can you marry somebody knowing that you were their second choice or like backup plan, if you will?
That's deep.
Yeah.
Can you still do it, knowing that you were their second choice or backup plan? Can you fully commit?
No.
Yeah, like you know, but you don't know, but you know.
Like, I ain't work out with Tina, so I'm gonna just settle.
So let's use Will Smith as an example, right?
So you're basically saying, would I marry somebody knowing that I've been settled for?
Let's use Will Smith as an example,
That's
right?
what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Let's use
Will Smith as an example.
Tupac versus
yes.
Okay, so I'll before you even, because I already know where you're going with it. So I think with that, and again,
but Tupac died though.
Yeah, she's still talking about this nigga 30 years later.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, people reminisce. And
you gotta look at what Will wrote in his book, bro. Anyway. You gotta look at what he wrote in his book. Go ahead.
So I think
it was just a couple quotes. Sorry, go ahead.
Like, so when you think like second or being settled for, I'm gonna say being settled for, because when I hear second choice, like if I'm hungry for tacos and the taco spot in line too long, I'm gonna go get a burger just because I'm hungry.
Fair.
I'm not a burger. Still might be.
Depends on where you get it from.
It might be, but because those weren't your initial, that wasn't your initial choice.
That's your initial craving.
People would think, via perception, that all of a sudden you're the lesser of the two. Now, there have been times where relationship was my second choice versus being single, because I've come out, like, before I was with my wife, I was in a relationship that was mad abusive and mad toxic.
Okay.
My first choice was to fuck love. I ain't getting in no relationship no more.
Fair.
Fuck this shit. Because, hell no, that was too much. And that was only 9 months. So I'm like, man, fuck that. So my first choice was to stay single. But then, not to sound cheesy, but I met her. And so my second choice was just to get back in a relationship. I was like, you know what? Okay, I'm going to give relationships a try. And then fast forward 2 years later, I'm still in one. So it's like, I don't think there's no shame in being the second choice if the perspective doesn't like steer it in a negative way.
So Will Smith said for a long time he had to understand and accept who he was as an individual, right? This man was at a point in his life where he was wishing that he was Pac because of the relationship that him and Jada had, and she felt so deeply about it, you know, et cetera. So, I mean, Pac definitely cracked, in my opinion. But
I mean, but that mindset is translatable. Though. Like,
hold on. So he was saying that he used to. So this is my point. It took him a long time to get comfortable enough to just realize, because if you really think about it, I mean, Will was low key on a completely different scale than Pac was. I mean, he won a Grammy for an album that he wasn't even at the Grammys to receive. That was the year they all boycotted the Grammys or whatever. And it was just funny to hear him say these things now, right? Like him saying stuff like, I wish she looked at me as thug life or some shit he was saying. Like, I'm misquoting, but and then like even getting to a point of where like you thinking about suicidal thoughts and like all of this shit, and it's for us hearing stuff like that. It's like this Will Smith, this Fresh Prince, this Bel Air, this is how we saw him. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just crazy to know that they've been married for I think 20 plus years. You know what I'm saying? And then
that ties back. In what
I'm sorry.
I mean, it could be. I
just feel like I
don't believe in celebrity
even
relationships.
The stories that they're telling, the narratives that they're building around their relationship, like they're beginning to become product that people want to consume because there's so much assumed conflict.
Yeah.
It's like
they used to be the standard for relationships for so long because you thought it was just flawless. But like, I honestly think that with that whole like thing that was going on with Will's mentality ties back into what we was talking about earlier with being supportive. If if you can check your if you work on your insecurity or you think about your insecurity or you show up for yourself, that kind of deters any of that mindset. I think at the time that he was jealous of Pac, he was chasing for something, and the only person that he had seen chasing for what he was trying to get was Tupac. Like, if I see a cat that's playing,
weird though.
It is.
I'm gonna tell you why it's weird though. Because I would never see another man and compare myself to him.
What's crazy to hear this man say
no, but even if I'm comparing myself to the person that she had before me, that's more of an issue. I don't deserve her. I don't need to be with her. If I can't live past the person she had before me, I'm not there.
That's true.
It's because I don't trust you now to even go to the store. Because every time you go,
real talk.
Every time you leave right now I'm wondering what nigga is gonna look like him. I get it. If he died,
I couldn't do it if I was him. But
and that's why I was like, why did he stay? Like, what was his motivation? Like, that was
I have no idea.
Turmoil.
It was something he was trying to live up to something this whole time that he
chose.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't get it.
20 years.
To hear this man say there was times where he was in the same room with Pac and like he couldn't say nothing to him because clearly you jealous of the man, like, you know what I'm saying? Because
I don't believe that if Pac was alive today, that this would even be a narrative. I feel like, what's the word, pandering? I don't know if that's accurate.
They wouldn't have never worked anyway because Pac, once that whole thing happened, he was a completely different person. He was, hit him up, Pac. He won, he was different. He had Death Row behind him, all types of shit. His image was completely different. And I don't think he ever really wanted her the way that she wanted him. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so it's just interesting. I ain't never seen dynamic like that.
Because dude is dead, it's just like, it just make the story so much more like, because now you could talk about how you felt about somebody and they're dead. So it's like, it's just weird. It's weird.
I think it's weird. I think it's weird that she even. I think it's weird that she even continues to talk about it. It's my whole.
It's
thing.
fiction. I don't even think this is real. Like I don't.
It could not be. It's still disrespectful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still disrespectful.
Because what other reason do we have to watch them?
It's the same with Scottie Pippen. What he doing right now? Like, bro, go sit down. Like, why are you sitting here talking about?
He wanted to show off his new hairdo.
Bro, no, he about to drop a book. So it's just like, bro. So you throwing a great person under the bus right now because you got a book coming out, my guy. Like, and everything you saying, you just look stupid. Like,
because
it's just
in the
like
documentary, they gave him a whole ass episode.
But you know what's going on. You know he got a book coming out.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it's
tactical.
you rather risk yo ho, like, you know what I'm saying.
AJ don't give a fuck.
Clearly, because Jordan not gonna come out and say nothing, but he know who he is. Like, you know what I'm saying? He knew who he was. If it wasn't for Jordan, you wouldn't have those 6. If it wasn't for you, Jordan wouldn't have those 6. He probably would have at least.
Capitalize on
bro, it's crazy. I'm like, I just didn't know Pippen was.
When I saw the Pippen episode, I was like, bro, you get like, I get you trying to secure your family, but that had to be the dumbest shit. I
couldn't believe it. I was just like, what?
Bro, you literally.
Yeah, so it's his own fault though.
Really, like,
bro, it was his fault. It was his fault, bro.
This nigga was carrying
the Bulls. He was the second best player on the Bulls team. He was the second best player on the Bulls team, and he didn't speak up for himself to get paid more money. And you still butthurt about something that happened, 30 whatever, how long ago that shit was. And it's just like, bro, like, just go. I think there's so many ways that Pippen can sell his book without him having to throw somebody under the bus, like Mike.
Not in this world. Not in this world.
From a sports basketball,
drama sells. That, to that point,
thank you.
It do.
Drama sells. And the other thing that I wanted to mention is there's the laws of power.
So you think he called Mike? You think he called Mike and was like, "Yo, I don't mean none of this shit."
Of the laws of power.
So you think he called Mike?
The same reason why Trump was so popular was because of controversy.
Agreed.
And so anybody who understands the laws of power, they gonna use those tactics to build whatever marketing strategy they have.
So I'll put it to you this way: if we did something together,
well, that's not me. I don't believe in none of that.
I'm saying if we did something together, let's use Mike and Scotty for a second, right? So if I have, I don't know, they got a whole other conversation. So look, 1 year anniversary, too bad we in here, we vibing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so look though, so if I know I'm trying to sell something, but I know that we cool, like, you know what I'm saying, but I know I need to, using your whole analogy, I'm going to, and I know I rock with you to a certain extent, I'm going to call you and say, yo, I'm about to do some marketing ass shit, but I don't mean none of it. I just want you to know what's about to happen. Do you think Scotty did that to Mike and said, or do you think he legitimately understand what I'm saying?
I would understand it if the tone in which he was saying it was like man, that nigga ain't kept, that nigga wasn't even trying to, something like in a joking way, then I'd be like,
he didn't.
Right.
He seemed very serious.
That's what I'm saying. You made it seem like,
so I'm saying,
Jordan
even in that, do y'all think,
hell no,
using your example, do you think he called?
Beefing because when they all of a sudden got a beef,
some of that should be real though,
right? Some of it be real, but don't it usually be around the time somebody got an album coming out?
Oh yeah,
agreed.
50-50.
Do you think that
Big Sean got an album? I think Kanye said some of the shit he said in the talk because Big Sean got an album coming out.
Do you think that they call up each other like, yo, let's put together a little beef? No, it's dog eat
some
dog.
people do that shit though.
It's dog eat dog, and even if Mike get involved, that's still gonna build up.
He won't though.
That's what I'm saying. What's the motivation behind it if you know the niggas not
I don't care whether he is or not. But what I'm saying is a part of the power in that is when the other person starts.
But he know that.
He gonna write another book.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry,
I'm just
Michelle.
saying that you fuel the fire with what? Drama.
Facts.
Yes. And when you invite somebody to the shit show, if they actually show up, that
but he already had.
More.
I'm sorry, somebody in the comments said let Pip get his glow time, but he already had his glow time. His time over with on a
How you gonna say his time over with?
From a hooping.
His time ain't over with, Pip.
All I'm saying is also just destroy the black man. Like in the process, then that's all I'm saying. Like he is just like, why you?
People do fuck shit all the time.
He just looks stupid doing it. That's all. That was my whole point of saying it. Like,
it kind of looks silly on the ring on Mike.
He looks stupid, bro. Because it's just like Mike didn't have no Mike. Yeah. Mike didn't have no issue with you, bro. Like you, I'm pretty sure.
How do you know that?
True. Okay, I can't argue that. But
I don't know that, but Mike ain't never came out and said I don't like this nigga Scottie Pippen. Like.
Outside of Haynes commercial?
I mean, besides the actual documentary, when he was talking his shit, but even in that documentary, he never
laid
down
all beefs that he had.
Yeah, he never downplayed Pippen's name. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Shit. This nigga was like, I had no problem with the glove. Oh, shit,
he never downplayed Pippen's ability. You feel me? Pip in the Hall of Fame. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like I don't know. I just thought it was really petty, and I just thought it was kind of lame. at the end of the day.
Statutes of limitation.
Yeah, I just don't agree
you
with it.
You look super weird.
I just felt like that's funny as hell.
Scotty ass trying to show off that new hairdo. That nigga hairdo like a used mop.
So Joe Budden came out and said he liked guys and girls. Did y'all believe him?
No, that's not real.
You thought he was joking?
No,
he was joking.
He said, would you like me to talk about it?
Go ahead. That's why I'm asking.
So
I ain't Overwatch. I just saw what he said.
Go ahead. You want to say something?
Hi, you guys. I know that it's your anniversary.
Fair.
So I got you guys a gift.
Mary always coming bearing gifts.
Do you know?
Let me tell y'all though, to add context to Mary Q and who she is.
Damn.
Exactly. Mary. The first time we had Mary on the show,
2 vegetarians cutting chicken. Boy.
The first time we had Mary on the show, she gave us a whole machete. I still got that motherfucker. It's so long. I
chopped wood with it.
You chop wood with it?
Wow. Yeah,
we just all over the place today.
And I had to chop some.
Exactly.
She gave both of y'all a machete.
Yeah, that bitch kind of cold.
They ain't no warrior king
and
shit.
it was a
man. When I first
fire
heard that
started too with it.
I love it.
I don't even know.
But so back to Joe Budden though. Like so this funny that you said that, right? Because prior to that was the clip of him talking about the baby.
Okay.
And so when he was like, the baby gets to perform now because this one spokesperson came out for this community, but all people heard was that he said, well, sign me up. Hell, I like men and women too.
Got you. Okay, now it makes sense. So he was joking.
Yeah, I like men and women too.
He was making a point versus
got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so like everybody was like, oh. And so I think the more interesting part on that is that so many people were just like, I knew he was gay all the time.
Yeah.
I knew he liked those people. And it was just like people who could have, he was like, they could have easily texted me and just be like, yo, what's going on? Or even watch the full thing. So, like, because I watched the podcast. And so I was like, well, this is weird. Like, I didn't catch this episode, but, like, let me see what's going on.
So it was more so like, well, I'll be,
yeah, like, sign me up. Shoot, like, you know what I'm saying? Because, and then, even if we talk about the whole Chappelle thing, we talk about everything, right? So he talks about the baby killing somebody. He talks about the consistent use of the N-word. He talks about everything that he's done.
Well, nobody mad about the N-word?
You know what I'm saying? No. Why would they ever be?
Why wouldn't they be?
Lexi, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Go for it.
I love when people say my name.
That's fair. Sorry, my mind almost went somewhere.
Lex.
So you say it?
Right. I wasn't going to, but I had to feed it.
So,
okay, Johnny.
When a let me make sure I say it right. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on the name.
If a woman fart on the first date, should she be called the fuck out?
If she fart?
If she fart on the first date openly.
Like,
have you ever experienced? Have you ever experienced
like a silent fart?
Let's say you was
Why
y'all
is it
funny
always
as hell.
a problem when women fart?
And I smell it.
You know what's crazy though?
Because
you
y'all
know what's crazy? I don't never fart. I don't never fart around. I move. I go to the bathroom. I don't think I
said that shit on purpose.
Y'all making a whole concert.
I personally don't give a fuck.
I
don't care. It's natural bodily function.
The bass cello be there.
I don't know. I would kind of look at you a little. I would kind of look at you a certain way.
And was just like, excuse me.
Then I'm cool.
I'm gonna just move on. If you fart and try to like play it off and like I gotta check myself. Then
what if she goofy and that's like a part of a joke that she was finna tell? Like she's like,
then let me know something.
But you know, I mean, you should still say excuse me, like this polite, like be polite.
Well, do you think? Like, so this is my question for you, Lex. Do you think a man is weak? And y'all can answer this too. Do you think a man is weak if he asks a woman, "What do you bring to the table?"
I love when two adult people ask each other that question.
Okay.
I think it's a cliche ass question because I can tell you I'm bringing every and anything to the damn table.
So it was. I only asked because it was a post and a woman was calling this dude weak because he asked a simple question.
No, I think it's logical
what
for both people to ask each other questions.
Yeah. What if you don't ask?
But
I mean, it ain't a question that you ask like when you first meet somebody. Like you
issue with
dove
the
in a little
questions
bit.
Though is that people can answer questions however they answer them. Like,
True.
It's not until you are actually in the game how that play goes.
I agree with you.
You can have practice all day long, but in the moment, like variables change, situations change, agitations are different. So then you got to really measure by intent, but action over intent.
Agreed.
That's facts, because a nigga can lie.
But I have had a man ask me that, and I was not offended. I actually was like, wow, I appreciate that you asked, because I actually feel like I do bring some shit to the table.
Somebody asked me that.
So you ain't respond with, I am the table.
Oh, hell no. I feel like that's a boss
but women do that though. But you know, they really feel.
I think I've always wanted to answer that question. Like I am
let's
the table.
ask that question now. So I'm in a relationship. So I can answer it still, even still if I'm in a relationship. But let's ask that: if you are in a relationship, if you are not in one, and if you are in one, what do you bring to the table?
We ain't got enough time to answer all those.
I bet I can say one thing. Perspective. I can say perspective, different perspective on things.
That's
your answer.
That's your answer.
That's your one. That's the one of. Yep.
I bring perspective. I bring thoughts. I will help you.
He brings sweaters.
I do.
You bring sweaters.
All right.
This has been very euphoric.
I'm bringing apples.
We'll be at Fashion Week.
Big old.
Every day.
This has been very. This has been.
Apples.
This has been very euphoric. Hey, Dingo, bro, I need a chain, bro. I'm gonna hit your line though. I need a chain, bro. Soon,
Dingo
like
ate
this weekend. But I'm.
Dope as hell. That's real
Johnson. This has been a very dope. This has been a very dope 1 year anniversary.
We riding screeners around.
I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. If you are. Oh, I love it. If you are in the comments, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Yes. You know, if you have been rocking with Tuvek, you know, for this whole year, we really love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thanks, Mary Q, for coming back on. Lexi. My brother Aaron, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go follow their Instagrams. They're doing amazing things.
It's Dexter's birthday today. I just want to give a shout out.
It is Dex's birthday.
Dexter.
I told him to come out. His ass better come out, but I know he ain't going to come out. Azadi Soul, what's good? Thank you, Susan. We appreciate it. Today was so awesome. I'm spending tonight at the Ace Hotel from 9 to 11. So if you out in the streets, you know, if you grown, come to the Ace Hotel. It's a free event. It's a free event. There's going to be, it's called Vibe Check. There's going to be vendors there. Another DJ after me, live painting, a bunch of shit.
Oh
shit!
They cutting us off now. So yeah, oh yeah. Producer in here. We love y'all. It's your boy Mr. Lingo himself.
It's the man who always got something to say.
He always
boy
fucking shit up.
I was too low.
It's the big man with a sandwich in his hand.
Hey, Ron.
Like none other, we just gifted. Dibs. Money is the root.